Hi, I'm Martin McGrath from Financial Leadership. We specialise in helping people get themselves set up for retirement and all things investments. Today I want to talk to you about a concept called good debt versus bad debt. What does that mean and how does that apply in your circumstance? So bad debt typically is debt that we can't claim anything back on for tax. So that's typically a home loan, credit cards, car loans, all that kind of stuff that we're incurring some debt, we're making repayments, we're charging interest, but it's not doing anything for us. We're not getting investment income, we're not saving on tax. That's bad debt. Bad debt's okay, as long as we have a plan about how and when we're going to eliminate that. The other flip of the coin is good debt, and not all debt's created equal. So what is good debt? It's still debt. So some people have problems with it. It's still debt, but it's good debt in the fact that we can claim any interest and the cost back on our tax, which can drastically save the amount that debt is actually costing us. Typically, good debt is also producing us some income. So that might be a loan on an investment property. We're earning rent from that. We can claim the interest against that. It might be some money we're borrowed to buy some shares with. Also good debt, we're getting some investment income along the way. We might have loaned it for a business, so there's different other purposes, but basically it means that it's for investment purposes, not personal purposes, and we can then save the interest on our tax and get a tax deduction that way. That's good debt. My tips in terms of how to manage good debt versus bad debt are a few things. We want to make sure we pay the bad debt down first, even if that means that we're not paying anything off the good debt. If our good debt is interest only and it's not going anywhere, it's staying at the same level, as long as we're knocking that bad debt down drastically and the extra amount we were going to pay off the good debt now goes off the bad debt, that's the best thing to do, and eliminate that bad debt first. Once that bad debt is gone, ideally that's freeing up those repayments. If we were paying off $500-$600 a week off our bad debt, our home loan, we've now got that money. Perhaps we then redirect that against our good debt to start reducing that loan. And we can reduce a lot faster because in effect, we've got extra money going against that good debt. It's also important to consider your debt and basically use it as your friend. When interest rates are as low as they are, it's not a bad time to always think that debt is bad and has to go away. A lot of people can borrow for as low as 3%. If you're investing in an asset that's earning you more than 3%, then that debt is your friend. If we could borrow 3% and go buy something that's earning us 4%, we're making a 1% margin and really not costing us anything because the income coming in is covering that loan. There's some tax savings, there's some strategies that make sense, but often can also look at debt as a friend. It's not always the enemy. We can use it as a friend in certain investment markets, and arguably this is one of those markets when interest rates are so low. There's some strategies that are called debt recycling strategies. A little bit complex, too much to go through today, but basically it's about shifting some bad debt and turning it into good debt. There's only legal ways to do it. We can't just magically click our fingers. The HO doesn't like that, but there's some ways where you can redirect some income to pay down the bad debt. It might mean the good debt goes up over time. So your debt still might stay the same, but effectively you're just shifting the way those balances look and therefore getting more of a tax advantage along the way. No matter what debt we have, it's always important to have a buffer. Have a few extra payments up our sleeve in case the rental property, it's vacant, dividends drop, something like that, we'll lose our job. Debt isn't always the enemy, but we need to make sure we've got things under control so there's no nasty surprises along the way. And importantly, when you're looking for retirement or any kind of strategies, we want to have an exit plan. We want to know how and when and why we're going to get rid of this debt. Is it that we can pay it off in repayments? Do we hold it until a certain point in time we sell this investment and then clear the debt that way? Are we expecting inheritance that will clear the debt? What is our strategy to eliminate the debt? Because while debt can be good, we don't want it to be there forever. We don't want to be worrying about a mortgage when we're 70 or 80. We want that debt to be gone. We need to have a plan in place about how we're going to do that. Hopefully that's helped to make sense. If you've got any questions about debt in your situation, feel free to reach out, ask us a question, something that we deal with every single day.